Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tiffany DuBois-Morales, and I am your host for Tiffany's Community Spotlight at Home. With me this afternoon is Sylvia Bastani, Chief Impact Officer at Girard College. But today we are going to be discussing travel, food, and the 250th anniversary for Philadelphia that is coming up in the next 2 years now.
All fun topics.
Yep, definitely very fun. So let's get started.
Okay. Well, I really loved your last post on, I think it was Pearl and Honey.
Pearl and Mary.
Yes. What a fabulous review you made of that restaurant. I was salivating as I read it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was a great dinner. We to recap, we had gotten a lovely couples massage over at Joseph Anthony Salon and Spa, which Sylvia had gifted to us as well. Kind of a belated use of my birthday present. But we had gone over to Pearl and Mary and just had like a really nice relaxed dinner. Lots of seafood. There was my crab spaghetti, which, God, it was choke full of crab. It was awesome. And Eric had the fish. Yeah, it was fantastic. But actually on Monday, we went over to Kampar. It's a Malaysian restaurant out in kind of like Queen Village area. It's off of South 7th Street. Fantastic Malaysian cuisine. They Chef Anj has the distinction of being a James Beard nominated chef. So it was great, and I actually saw her Tuesday,
right?
At the Sisterly Love Collective conference. It was nice, yeah, but it was definitely good.
Good.
So
good. Philly has many wonderful places to eat.
Yes, they do. Any particular ones you're curating on your list?
Yes, we went to a Indian cuisine inspired restaurant in Point Breeze.
Wow.
So I attended with a mentee of mine from Girard College, and I have not been to Point Breeze in some time. So the area is definitely gentrified. There were lots of pubs, cafes, condos, apartments, etc. And it was just a charming place. So the Indian food was definitely a contemporary spin on it.
Nice.
So it was quite good. It was called Mercari.
Oh,
it was very good. And it was nice just to, get in the back of an Uber and actually look at a neighborhood that I remembered from many years ago and just see the transformation of this.
That's awesome.
It was very nice. Yep.
Nice.
Very nice. So what I see in Philadelphia is just a lot of takeoffs and spins on different cuisines.
Absolutely.
And some of them are kind of contemporary, but others are sort of almost like a marriage of different types of cuisines.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There is a Greek restaurant out on Fairmount Avenue, Zorba's Tavern. They have been in business since since 1997, actually. But the family in itself, they have over three generations of Greek restaurateurs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all the way back to the current owner, Nikos's namesake, Nikos, out in Thessaloniki, Greece, back in 1932. So the family's just kind of passed on all of the recipes and everything else, but they finally got their liquor license, so they have Greek cocktails and wines for everybody to like purchase. Cool. And you know, the food's always been really good. Plus, Nikos, he was very gracious enough to give me and my husband the soreki that we had for our Orthodox Easter celebration that you also attended. But there's also Almara, the family that owns the Stia restaurant opened it not that long ago. A lot of new like cocktail lounges as well.
Absolutely.
There's Franklin Mortgage and Trust, they moved over to Rittenhouse Square. You also have Andra Hem that's been open for a number of years now. And there's a new cocktail lounge that we actually discovered the other day, Writer's Block Rehab.
Interesting name.
I know. The place is actually rather unique. Their downstairs has a wall with a crossword like puzzle on it, and then upstairs it's like a nice reader's nook vibe, and it has a lovely view of Cypress Avenue, but really well priced, inventive cocktails. And then most people in Philadelphia, there's always that signature gin drink that we all like.
Absolutely.
And Blue Coat Gin, home of Philadelphia Distillery, makes really, really good cocktails. The other day I was a little peckish, and I was just like, I'm tired of making lunch, so I was like, we're going out. So we did a little bar hop. We started at Royal Boucherie, which the review on that will be coming out in the next week. And then afterwards, we went over to Blue Coat because we have a pin or like a coin that entitles us to like a free drink. Plus, we're friends with like the GM and the head beverage manager, Jesse. Super nice. Yeah, he worked over at the Rittenhouse for years while we were like going for different events and stuff. And then he transitioned over to Blue Coat kind of during the pandemic. So it's been nice seeing him.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that segues nicely into the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States.
Yep. Absolutely.
Philadelphia being the cradle of liberty and the place where the independence of Declaration of Independence was founded. And you're thinking about the summer of 1776, and now we're coming up to, amazingly, the 250th anniversary.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the inundation of tourists from all over the United States, but all over the world that will be coming to Philadelphia. And Philadelphia has become quite the foodie city.
Absolutely. Like, you got Chinatown with a myriad of cuisines. You have everything from China, you have things from Malaysia, you have things from Vietnam. There's, Thai food, there's Singaporean, like there is a ton of like Asian cuisine that people will gets a gobble up. But then there's also the Italian market, and
Right.
by extension, Reading Terminal Market, where you can get Bassett's ice cream. Bassett's has the distinction of being the oldest ice cream, creamery in Philadelphia. And then you also have, cheesesteaks. You got Carmine's inside of Reading Terminal Market. DeNick's, fantastic for your roast beef or your pork sandwiches, but they also do like a pretty decent cheesesteak as well. You have Jim's Steaks out on, South Street area.
Out in Delaware County. Which is supposed to be the best cheesesteak in the country.
If you're going out of the city, you also have D'Alessandro's, which has been around for decades. Anytime, anytime we've ever driven by there or gotten one, there is a line of people just waiting for their cheesesteak. And then, there's Philadelphia. We're known for, the Philadelphia pretzel with your hot mustard, or, you can also have it with, there's like a dessert version that I haven't seen in forever, but it is your cinnamon sugar, seasoning on the freshly baked pretzel, and then warm, frosting that you can drizzle over the whole thing. It's delicious. Haven't seen it since I was a kid, but
What about Scrapple? I got you on that.
I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mind Scrapple, but it's a delicate thing. Everybody has their preferred ingredients and the preferred cooking mechanism. Everybody's either flat top, or you might get away with pan sauteing it, or maybe lightly grilling it. But yes, I don't really do Scrapple. I do like liverwurst sandwiches though, but it's a delicate balance because you need to have freshly toasted rye bread, and then you have your liverwurst, and then hot mustard, and then provolone or cheddar cheese. Although, I kind of like provolone a lot more. And then if I really want a little kick of spice and the hot mustard isn't doing it for me, I'll do sriracha. I like sriracha. It's a good balance. It's kind of like having pate. Not everybody likes it, but, most generally do. And then there's also Schlesingers. They have been around for decades.
Yes, that's true.
Home of the best matzo ball soup in the city. Huge sandwiches. You're guaranteed to never leave hungry, ever, if you go there for lunch or a late breakfast, early lunch, maybe midday snack, if you're lucky. And they have they do their pickles so well, and they're all homemade. And then there's also by extension the Italian market, where you have De Bruno Brothers, and then there's all of the other shops, and there's actually a bookstore and cafe that's opening up this fall in the Italian market. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I cannot
absolutely
wait.